or rather in Darjeeling. Now, the next point that was made on this debate was that if Darjeeling or Gorkhaland is created as a separate state, it is going to be an economic burden on the center. Okay, let's examine this as well. West Bengal is the 5th largest in terms of size. Okay, and in terms of the economy, it has got a very high burden of debt, that is 2.5 lakh crores to the center. West Bengal is practically bankrupt and it is extremely dependent on the central government and the revenues that is generated by tea, timber, tourism from the proposed area of Gorkhaland region for its sustenance and economic survival. A very conservative estimation indicates that if the proposed Gorkhaland state is formed, West Bengal is expected to lose around 40% of its revenue stream. Now let's look at the flip side of it. The proposed Gorkhaland region is rich, 1, in biodiversity, 2, in scenic view. It's got beautiful view. Therefore, tourism and hydro potential is excellent. Darjeeling tea has been accorded the geographic indicator status recently by WTO, because of which the prices of the Darjeeling tea has risen. Revenue potential from tea, tourism, hydropowers in the proposed Gorkhaland area can be way over 1600 crores per annum. The revenue that is collected from hydro development, NTFP, cross-border trades and other resources will make the proposed state of Gorkhaland as one of the most economically viable and vibrant states in India. So when the gentleman on the panel argued that if Darjeeling is separated from West Bengal, Darjeeling is going to be a burden, or Gorkhaland is going to be a burden on West Bengal, the truth of the matter is, if Gorkhaland is separated from West Bengal is going to be a much larger burden, economic burden towards the center. And that is the main reason why nobody wants a separate state of Gorkhaland. Because they know as a separate state of Gorkhaland we will flourish, we will do amazingly well. But we are a smaller voting power, we are a smaller voters bank. But West Bengal is 5th largest in terms of size and population. Hence, that's a larger vote bank. But sir, don't. And this is a request humbly even to NDTV, when you go ahead and arrange a debate on the aspirations of people, please bring in learned and unbiased panelists who can talk sense and both from this either sides of the table, and do not project a single-minded chauvinistic picture of an issue. One of the panelists mentioned that what is the guarantee that even if it's a people's movement and people's aspiration is taken into consideration to form a new state, it is not important, because there is no guarantee that even after the state is formed that it will prosper well. Let's look at the recent states that has been formed. Jharkhand, Uttaranchal, Chhattisgarh. Let's compare what has happened there pre and post the new state formation. Average growth rate of the mother state was higher prior to the separation. Post separation, newer state shows better growth, and that's not something that I say. Planning Commission data says these are the numbers pre-separation, these are the numbers post-separations. So you can clearly see that the numbers are much better, especially for the newer states post-separation. Next thing is agriculture sector in these new states has grown. There has been better industrial growth in these states. If you look at the per capita numbers, the per capita income in Bihar, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, these are the numbers how it has changed pre and post the the new state creations. And if you will just compare the numbers here, you will see that the new state which were formed are doing much better than their parent states. It has also seen that the poverty has reduced after the creation of new states. Better literacy rates were seen after the creation of new states. Infant mortality rate was reduced after creation of new states. So why is right now, when everything indicates that Gorkhaland is going to be more prosperous for the Gorkhas and for the Indian nation, that people's aspiration is not considered to be important? So I reject the fact. In fact, I am opposed to the fact of anybody thinking that in a country like India, people's aspiration is not important. Let's go and look at this particular video.
बंगाल के कोलकाता में आज बीजेपी के प्रदर्शन के दौरान जमकर हिंसा और हंगामा हुआ। प्रदेश की कानून व्यवस्था को लेकर बीजेपी ने पुलिस मुख्यालय तक एक मार्च निकाला। बीजेपी का आरोप है कि शांति से मार्च निकालने के बावजूद पुलिस ने पार्टी के लोगों पर डंडे बरसाए। वहीं तस्वीरों में पुलिस की गाड़ियां भी जलती देखी गईं। ममता बनर्जी ने बीजेपी और सीपीएम पर राज्य का माहौल खराब करने का आरोप लगाया है।
कोलकाता की सड़कों पर आज जमकर कोहराम हुआ। एक तरफ पुलिस और दूसरी तरफ बीजेपी के कार्यकर्ता। कहीं पर पुलिस की जलती हुई गाड़ियां तो कहीं पुलिस से पिटते बीजेपी कार्यकर्ता। इस दौरान बम भी चले। जब यह हंगामा थमा तो जगह जगह घायल लोग पड़े दिखे। इनमें अभिनेत्री और बीजेपी नेता लॉकेट चटर्जी भी शामिल थी। बीजेपी का आरोप है कि पुलिस ने बेवजह बीजेपी कार्यकर्ताओं को निशाना बनाया।
ये मस्जिद का सामने ही क्यों वो लोग बैरिकेड बनाया, और जब मस्जिद का ऊपर से बम बारी हुआ, ईटा वो लोग फेंका, उसका ऊपर में हम लोग।
Look at this video critically. This video is not of Darjeeling. This is a video of West Bengal, Kolkata, in that same month. In Kolkata, there was this BJP procession that was being held, against which there was lathi charge. There was so much of violence that was created. Properties were burnt. There were bombs that was thrown at the people. And still only thing that was done was a lathi charge. Was there a paramilitary that was brought into the state to maintain this law and order problem? So I want to ask Mahua, if she says that she is not going to stand back and look at this law and order problem in Darjeeling, because it is a law and order issue, and she is going to bring paramilitary forces, bring CRPF to kill my people in Darjeeling, why was the same not done in Calcutta? I'll tell you why. Because Kolkata is considered a part of West Bengal. Darjeeling or the proposed Gorkhaland is not considered a part of West Bengal. So it is okay for you guys to kill the Gorkha people, but it is not going to be okay for you guys to kill your own people. It is okay for you to curtail our rights, our freedom, to ban our internet. It is not going to be okay if you do the same to your citizen, because Gorkhas are not considered a part of West Bengal. And mind you, I want to say it again, this is not ancient history, this is current affairs, and even today Darjeeling or the proposed Gorkhaland area is not a part of West Bengal. And as soon as possible, for the safety, security, economic growth and liberty of this nation, not just of the Gorkhas, a separate state of Gorkhaland needs to be formed. This is a point and juncture where the center needs to intervene, because Gorkhaland is not an issue of separating from one state of the other. It is a condition wherein a larger population is holding on to its ego to oppress a smaller population. That is why I want to tell the lady in the panel who said that why can't we exist peacefully with people who are different from us? Why do we need a separate state? Ma'am, people and peace can exist together only if they are equal. There can be no peace between an oppressed and an oppressor. Only thing that we can do is either we can tolerate all this oppression, put our head down and just let it happen, or we can stand up for our rights, stand up for the liberty and fraternity that our constitution granted for us. That's the reason I want to read the preamble to you in front of you, so that you are also reminded of it, that we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunities, and to provide among them all fraternity, ensuring the dignity of the individual and the unity of the nation. But none of this is right now happening in Darjeeling. And that is the reason I implore, right now the ball is in the courts of Modi ji. Please intervene, because your Indian nation is in danger, because India as a democratic setup is in danger. Jai Hind and Vande Mataram.